Basically, histology and embryology. Basically, this is slice the combo. Thank you. All the opportunity to slice form. That means for free, but it's free of charge. Basically, School of Medicine. Basically, OBI's project. What is the name of this project? So, OBI, and my third persona, tier 3C is corn, or P, the P word, torn. Basically, to prevent the torn, to mitigate tearing, you want some corn, no, you have to get good corn, corn. I love the cornfield, I love everything in Nigeria, but I don't like when it's low explaining. So today's date is the 3rd of December 2025. OBINexus get Jet 3B continuity in Sigi. And so November as a Sarah FND G4Go, I mean, yeah. In Sigi project, in Sigi project, literally, it's basically, I'm not just say this, but this is interesting project. So basically, what am I trying to do? Two products. So this is tier 3C corn, but all OBI is bound to birth. OBI can create and destroy everything and nothing. Anything that OBI can create can destroy. If you give something, if OBI can give Eze something, Eze the king something, OBI can destroy it. And Eze is terrified of OBI, which means hard to solve in my language. Because if OBI gives Eze a weapon, Eze has no weapon for the whole time. Unless unless OBI feels nice and says, okay, now I want to give it weapon for real this time. It's like a consent issue. Histology and embryology. Basically, what am I trying to do as OBI? Basically, embryology is everything that can make something, but this is the fetus in the fetal position. But embryology is so annoying to get right. You may think it's 9 months of pregnancy, but people have 12 months. I think people tell me about it's annoying actually, because that's why it's annoying, because it's genetic. Birth is mosaic. It's not rigid. But I'm trying to give you guys. So I'm gonna try to build OBI as OBI. Little one. As OBI or Mr. Hart, or this is my diary journal. I'm looking at embryology and histology. So basically, I'm trying to build some kind of a chamber, some kind of a vacuum, not chamber, that preserve the genetic code over this. Basically, I want me to have designer babies. I'm gonna say designer babies. So basically, if you have a trait you like, you like to pass that trait on. And you never gonna lose it. You're never gonna lose it. You're gonna work in. So basically, that's what you're not gonna lose it. Doesn't matter whether the baby has a big chest or not. The baby has to be perfect. That's what the whole embryology is. If you guys don't get it, your wombs can remember everything in your vein. Basically, if you have your genitals away, your womb can literally, your woman, encode you, re-encode you, remake you, and make you, rebuild you, or renew you over and over again. If you are a female, there's no point in it, because you can breach from the cells if they unlock their womb. But this is unlock the secrets of the womb. I'm saying to that's science for you. That's just science. Embryology. So teaching PowerPoint that honors medicine, School of Medicine, Zhangjiao University. But I'm going to take basically my spin on it. My spin. Wait, why am I going back? Human embryology. Basically, humans are embryos because we are come from an embryo, and that embryo. But this is Tao and Bao Song. But literally, birth is beautiful because you copy your gene, your perfect stuff. Now, this is not when you die and all. Into something new. Unless we can live on without you. That's why we have wombs, and we can do it because it's literally about detaching you from you. Behave creating you. It's teleportation of everything that is you already. It's teleportation of the mind and power of everything that you have in the state of being already. But you, but your designer, doesn't matter whether it's a tattoo or not, I can genetically copy that feature. That's what your wombs encode stuff, and that stuff is already you. All you have experiences, so you can experience all the hatred and all again, and that's what the problem can realize here. You have what you have, the womb literally is encode because you have to start going from evolution, and that's why it is. If it's simply to represent something, the woman will do it. The woman will do it. The zygote will do it. Because it doesn't think about it. It's like me being born. I'm being born. I'm born, but I'm born perfectly. Having every feature, but knowing nothing. But knowing nothing, got to start again because a new year started. But I can tell myself in my womb, in my materials, if my mind is fully developed, how I want to develop, I can choose between a man and a woman. If there's a need for it in my frame of reference. But you don't tell me that because I can have a male or a baby. Because there's a need for that chance. There's a need, but I'm saying it because I'm really coded to do those things. If I'm kind of the creature that can do it, like some kind of urchin. No, some kind of seals. I love seals. Seals babies can males give babies. So you get some kind of trait that what's about normal development. So in biology development with twins, you get conjoined twins on the way, triplets. Oh god. I love twins. Twins are the best. Having someone that knows you, feels you, and is you in every sense of the world, but literally isn't you. Isn't you. So I say that's kind of the problem. And triplets are all the better, all the rarer because they are, just say these are bird defects. So these are bird defects. Bird defects are literally the most horrifying thing I can see. Basically, this is when the guns are failed over a series of times, and it's just encoded that as the right state. It's kind of annoying because designer babies, you can design babies, but these designer babies can be annoying to you. If I have a child not just be perfect, I'm not going to deformities, deformities that kill that child. These are congenitals, basically the joint, it doesn't matter whether it's child born, everything is ruined, Prefect, these are birth defects, and it's a problem in medicine because you don't want anything to derail your child or you, because this is you, but you don't control you. You know what I'm saying? You can't control this when it's down. You can control it by smoking, by how you do. And this way congenitals happen. They're not because if you're perfect physically, you should be particularly. So if you come up perfectly, you shouldn't have a smoking problem, drinking problem. And this is what born birthdays are. And British science that studies normal development as well-being ethos of wrong. And embryology is a science that studies the normal development as well as the benefits of a human being of being a maternal uterus. No. Embryology is about the womb. If the womb is perfect, there's no imperfect. So, if the norm is perfect, why are we imperfect? Because birth defects come from disease, our actions, our will, our cognition, brain to body, everything will do it. If I start smoking tomorrow, this will really derail the whole thing of normal development for my child, whether or not. Because I'm a man, but I can carry children, So I didn't want my mom to do. I don't trust my wife because I don't have wives, so I don't care about wives. But the maternal side of my uterus, it is encoded incorrectly. It's not compatible. It's just encoded because it's still. And still things preserve state and how they are modeled. So they preserve their programming state, basically and how the model was. But if there's a way for the system to actively rebuild itself better and you intervene, you get a conjoined. And British is perfect, but it's perfect as it is. Your goal is to preserve the right habits. So they get encoded. So if you tell you women memory are so important because women have trauma, and when the trauma is too much, this kind of a material system gives the offspring that is them, but the hatred of them, what they hate. It doesn't matter whether you're perfect or not. If you hate the baby, you will dump your baby, honestly. Historical Glenn. Because first recorded embryo started the bird embryo can be like a to the man. Aristotle saw chicken and eggs and result in a unisermon with the menstrual blood. Hippocrates. First recorded bird embryo can be likened to the man. Yes. Hippocrates is right. bird embryo is not man, but it's sort of like man. You know, why? Okay, if I was there on the hippocampus, I was there. Bird embryos, it's like, I don't know how birds, but birds mate, they have eggs. But the man I'm going to heat the eggs and keep it warm. So the heat is what? A conductor of embryo development. It matters because we have a womb. Women have a womb. You don't need a man to do that thing to heat a baby. Because don't just develop because of the food and the nourishment of their body heat. The heat. If a woman is cold, at some point, this man is 9 months and the bird is one of the birds. It's the same thing. They are wombs. The eggs are wombs, and that embryos of a man because they heat it. Doesn't matter if I don't keep my wife warm. The similarity is that the man and the men role is not that. And the children are the birds have a disability. Doesn't matter what the bird does. I should say chicken eggs, which is also a union or seven natural blood. Chickens are the best. Having a chick, check in, because the union of the semen with the menstrual sugar of the blood makes sure that the blood likes to wash stuff. They can wash it to the egg. The blood is like the menstrual blood, but it's not menstrual. It's menstruating, but that's what I'm saying. They work because the blood of the eggs is part of the conductor to the woman. Like it's meant to be perfect. Father must. Because if you're born perfect, you stay perfect, your children are perfect, you don't need to smoke, you need to drink. That's why this is a policy, your child is perfect, there's no defect in any way, shape, or form because you are responsible for yourself as a policy for the children. Chickens are studied because the embryotic of the medicine resulted in urine semen of the menstrual cycle, menstrual blood. Aristotle. This is my philosophers. Leukemia. A miniature human being being a sperm. Miniature human being. Yes, this is me. Guys, this is my fucking life. Basically, this was what I was a fucking sperm. And, I was in this bubble. But I was conscious, basically, this is the metaphysical. This is me in my mind. But my mind had all this space. I was alive, but I was aware of it. And that's what I'm saying. This is who I was as an embryo, and this is what one orchid to have perfection. Because it's not optional to know your environment you're in. Whether you get egg or not, and doesn't. So in the sperm should just be there and be perfectly weighted because it's encoded already in the nucleus, and it doesn't need to have the nucleus if the nucleus is not needed. If you have a nucleus, that means you can repair yourself. But if it's perfectly well, you don't need the nucleus can be created. And when you can increase the sequence of DNA, children will break because it's trying to do it under stress. So we can repair something, you can renew. If you can use your computer, if you can repair something, you can renew it. If you can renew, you can repair it, and then you can rebuild it. If you can increase it, you can destroy it. And destroy is not bad. It's just not aligned to the ontology of the place. This is the man who came here and telling me, this man is in his room. He's looking up. This video is so significant to me because I'm a king in a sperm in a room. I can be a young child to an alien, but so the interdimensional alien that lives in the 4D universe. I'm just a sperm. I don't need. He can just stop me being born. This is why this matters to me a lot. Performation theory. It's a theory of the mind. And I'm tripolar. I have Uche, Eze, and I came out perfectly. I have no deformities. I can stand, I can walk, I can crawl. And I want this for every single kid as a policy. This is the policy now. Every single kid that goes to the policy get this. I don't care where you're from, but you have to be from Biafra. And you should be on my constitution framework. This is my heart and soul project. And for the disease, I don't care with the fly in them. The fly's genetics is not needed. It won't be encoded because the fly is disgusting actually. If you see a bird and the bird gets what I'm saying, a miniature chick and an unhatched egg. A miniature chick and what? This is Yeah, I mean, the chicken, but this is a chicken, but this chicken is conscious. It doesn't know it's a chicken. It's like going to the opposite of a thing. Basically, it's bad. But it's like an adult. But this is amazing. This is amazing picture. It looks like a man. Look at that. But it's a man because it's not hatch. Basically, it's going through some process for chickens. But this chicken is gonna be eaten. So it's chicken life. So it's encoding what used to be chicken. So this vacuum is for making chickens. But this chicken looks like a man. And that's one thing. Because the menstrual bud is an outside, it's not an inside. And that's why we are a man. This is Yvonne, this is a man. This picture is not scary, it's just life. Life as a chicken, how you become a chicken, So you can, Mr. Yvonne or me can be a chicken if you go through this process, or someone can genuinely give a chance to be a chicken if it's similar enough. If you didn't have to have sex with a chicken, you just have to get a genes of a chicken, the woman of a chicken man, woman's natural blood, and a chicken egg, and can make a man. Because genetically, the embryo are similar enough, and the DNA, basically, if you're a pickle, or what's pickle? We share 0.1 DNA on a pickle. But pickles are not alive, but they grow on the ground, But are you a pickle? Can a pickle be born and experience stuff? No. Don't have a pickle. Be a pickle is still a pickle because they don't need embryos, you don't need nucleus. But their pickle is perfect. They don't need to think about it. They just need the amino acids to not be intervened by people. That's what I'm saying. This one discussion is not. Theory of epigenetics. Oh. The 3 germ layers found in germ layers are the best layers. The more germs you have, doesn't matter how good the more germs you have. Doesn't matter. You just infilling many germs in your domain. This can be dirty. You won't put but the dirt has to be a good virus. It can be dirty, but if the dirt cannot, it's not like penicillin. You don't get penicillin in it. If the dirt is too hot to your white blood cells, whoever defends the dirt, you will never encode that state because you will filter and you have a bad effect. So I'm just saying, you can have all the diseases in the world. The guy had the coronavirus, and he didn't get the HIV, he didn't get anything, because he's genetically immune because his deformities, he has everything, but he has Ebola. He has this man's also on TikTok video. He had TikTok, and this man was so disabled, but physically, mentally, he's fine. He just says, "I have leukemia now. I have diarrhea, I have gonorrhea." He doesn't care. His mind doesn't care about it because he didn't care. But he says, "Please, God, let me not get the last one, which is the one that comes from the monkeys in China, monkey meat in China." But that's not true. But I don't care about Ebola, penicillin. He needs to get more medication. He doesn't take the medication. He knows the medication is not good enough for him. So he's waiting for the right solution at the right time. The man, totally, he's smart, like me. I will not take the medication. If it works, it's perfectly. It works perfectly. And it works for the 10,000 people. It won't keep me in limbo, getting some more medication. And I hate that for anyone as a person. So no medication, if you get something and someone has a mutation, and that mutation is a new feature, becomes a new feature, you can encode it. It doesn't matter whether it's actually not. So I don't care if there's a lot of diseases, HIV or not, HIV or AIDS. If those diseases are causing birth defects, it has to be dealt with how it's being built as a policy now. Because those things are as a policy, because you can make a child's life a measurable, half a life, half a dimension, half a space. The ovum of the vacuum is mammalian. It's a mammal because mammals are mammals ovums. The mammals ovums are just the term ovum refers to the kind of thing the ovum, the womb, the ovaries process to do that, because the ovaries where the eggs go, anything that the eggs go to come from is ovum, because there's particularly important the act of ovaries from when the eggs leave the ovum, they start a new process, and that's what I'm saying. The embryo is important and the ovaries are important because the ovaries are the eggs. So the ovum process involves the embryo as opposed to, because they involve the development of a system that, makes you perfectly founded. if you design something, if you design a baby and you design them wrong, I look at your persona. If I have OBI and then my son has two personas, that doesn't make sense to me. So my son is from what? One at least three personas, three stable personas that are three polar related and stable that are autistic. And this is a part you can three polars to the OCH, OB, and S as me encoded, what the memories encoded. And that's what I want you in my church to have, I don't want to tell my child, go and clean the room, go and tidy yourself. I want my son to just get up, get it done, and have the best life possible. And repeat, because life is short. The woman is so beautiful because of science, not because I love women, because the uterus, the lining of the uterus, literally just allows information to flow. Whatever it is, pain, sorrow, because there's, what we put in it, it's like literally encoded tomographic you. What made the lady happy or sad, in that spirit, that's your child, guys. That's who all your children are. That's what makes you happy when you're happy, you know what I'm saying? Darwin, on this with hereditary, basically, hereditary nature of variability. Well, basically, hereditary like a male or female, but there's no predetermined because ontogeny, basically, the gene of knowing the system of phenology. Basically, ontology, the genetically knowing we're gonna be. I wanna be a man. You say I wanna be a man, and the system says, okay, now are you sure to be a man? No, you say I'm a man because I have the power to be a man. Darwin, thank you for this. Although species of first ethnology, I want to be a man in this dimension, But I was born a woman in the other, because my life will be better as a woman. It doesn't matter what it tells you now. And you get a chance to be a woman in a book. You don't need to wait for that, which is terrible, Chances, variety is uncountably infinite. And that's why you should never limit the variety to opposition. Basically, you used to become a perfect person because you have all the options to do it. This is a new option. You should get us as a policy, to Roman law, because it's design a baby, you design the future, literally, by literally encoding that genetics into the system that you're putting, but you don't touch a woman. Doesn't matter who they have sex with, you can do over and over again until the egg process dies by age. But the egg, the vacuum, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter. So basically, as a policy now, a woman can have sex when they're footing. This is what I'm thinking. Because the mother and hackney are genetically recapitulation of the phenology. I don't know what the term is. Final, like a phylus. The phylus, the origin of knowledge, knowing stuff in the frame of crane. Because you can create yourself. If you try to create yourself, make yourself perfect, I make myself a man, as a policy, I make myself with my breast. I don't need a breast, as a policy. I need my dick, That's why, because it works for me. Because I know my phone is I'm being created. I don't create myself. Heinz. Theory of organizational and organization. So these are split systems, but medicine basically the X split, but the X join, but splitting and joining are the same inverse process, the same process. It doesn't matter how much children you have. If you can join, you can split the X split first, and you can join to make a 4 babies, 4 children. That would be rare. That's the system doing the job. It's like dogs having 12 kids, 12 children, 12 puffs. That's the system policy. It's not weird. It's just rare. It's just very, very rare. And it shouldn't be. So I'm aligning all of this because let me just kind of the psychology of the organization of induction is literally you refusing someone's brains want to exist, in that kind of sense of world. And that would be the child you want. Principle of modern embryology. Test tube babies. Test tube babies are annoying because I love this. This is a great sign that it works, but I don't like to do it. Mine was brain cup, mine was it's not testing, mine was in a vacuum. So testing beats are good, but they don't work because it's a tube. The egg is basically you can put doesn't figure out what this is, and That's man was basically the disconnect between the real world and the growth of a system. Man was basically man would allow the real world to exist. So you can put my child. I can put my child. I'll be happy to go into my child. My parents is like literally just have my child in the real world in some of because I'm a man. It's sort of vacuum, and that vacuum will grow with the womb. I thought it was the womb because when a child was a child, they come up and walk into the upright because they already have my information, playing TikTok, playing everything. Because I have my child in my hand. That's my womb. It's an artificial moon, but it mirrors my ontology, so it's made in Biafra, and it works because you cannot separate two realities. If you do, your child will forget you. And that child, if my child is a man because of that, and my child forgets me, I'll be hella pissed. Literally, I'll be so fucking pissed that I will want to start again. So the mind, for me, is not optional. Listening to music, playing blue noise, going out with the thing in the kind of casket, and not dropping the child. If I drop the child, the child can say, yeah, I got this. Let me just fix it for me, because we are talking to a human being that's building himself for me, and I want to feel family self. Come, this is the first clone of Dolly. Now, Dolly is a clone, it's a clone. It's so beautiful, it's so beautiful done. But Dolly is what? In glossy virtual. My one is in a vacuum. And that vacuum is the oven, the artificial brain. So my one, believe me, putting Dolly, or putting the gene and genes off of the womb. And I told her, and having this, I love this sheep, Dolly. I love this womb, these are the same sheep. Perfectly healthy sheep. I have this, Dolly. Thank you, Dolly. I love you, Dolly. I love you. Thank you. So, as a place, we're going to shift animals first. Animals based on ontology. No African rat. No. They can be weekend rat or no. I don't care what rat is works or not. I don't care. What the cat is better and change. All the animals can be working on me. Let me make it properly. Should be there. Should be really there. What is the tag going on? And they should have wounds, I'm saying, because doesn't matter if it's around, all the animals there, whether they're cattle, goats, or sheep, I don't really care. That's the main ones. Cattle, all the cattle stuff like dogs, pigs, sheep, all the stuff there. Cattle, pigs, they have wounds. They can have heterogeneously by having an embryo in a vacuum. Should be taken into the first rats, mice, things that give us disease as well, because there's the kind of a genus species of these people, of these things, that they can experience reality, basically being in a still space, in a space. But that space is what? It's like a chamber. Basically, it's like a different house. It's like a mobile home. The mobile home knowledge I'm gonna give you is what you should use. Because if you fuck it up, because your house moves with you, and your friend will come move too. But you can leave your house at any time. It's just that if you leave your house at any time, you are outcome dangerous, and you start to care if you meet the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? If you meet someone with that's gonna run you over, in the worst case, for them, two pieces apart analogy. Number one, 36th of ovulation from partition. First week of ovulation of motion to from OBINexus. Preembolic series. Basically, as soon as you basically this is called pre-consciousness. But I was there, I wasn't conscious as a sperm. I know when I entered the egg, But when you just touch an egg, the ship is going too fast. This ship, you can just take the nucleus and you don't use sperm, you guide the ship, But the ship is you, the sperm is you, woman or man, but you have full control over the sperm. Literally, that's what I'm saying. This ship enters because it can have a race, it can have a life in that ship. It can be in that ship, you have the air, it's a vessel. You're born in it, you stay in it. You can bring other people in it, but it's not necessary. Because it's like it's making sense. First two pillars of evolution is by lemon gene this. Now the gene this is a multiple period. Because you go to like periods of it, but it's usually 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So it should be done. Everything that you want to do as a sperm, as you should be done in 1 week. Before so the next week means your soul is doing something else that week. So 1 week you're born. Well, next week you rest. Never Sunday to Sunday, no freaking day. But people that want to it's annoying because it works as intended. It's like another fucking god. Saturday you rest, Sunday you rest, and then you get 1 week rest. And I just want to the kind of thing is you obviously you are alive in that pod, and that pod is your sperm. And that eggs, everyone's waiting for the eggs. And the eggs, but the eggs has a life too. It's a nucleus. It's drifting. It's restored. But the period of cellular evolution is 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is not good enough. So it should be 1 week. The sperm gets to the egg. And other week should be the eggs just tease it equal to the sperm and celebrate. Actually develop it. Learn from this mistake, re-encode it. So 2 weeks is not good enough. It's only 1 week in my framework. Let's say in 5 days. If we have a baby in 5 days, they actually be fertilized in 5 days. 5 days, 2 days extra, and then 1 week, and then get 2 more weeks. So if someone has sex, and they want IVF, and they have 5 days, and the exam is first like shoot that egg. I don't really care. It's annoying me. So if you have 5 days, 5 days is not a week. 7 days is a week. So you get 1 week plus 2 days to the extra move. If the egg hasn't been fertilized, because it doesn't matter because the sperm doesn't go to the egg, and that's why I love this kind of thing. 13 weeks for fertilization to punctuation. So basically, 7 times 4, 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 36. So 3 weeks for fertilization to punctuation. First week's 13 weeks. Okay, so. And birth period, this is about 2 weeks later. You're gonna become a new system, but you have to go through being a woman and being all your life, being evolving, and that's the process. If it's not coded, you'll not be doing those things. You'll not be becoming. You know what I'm saying? Future process. 691. Growth of an organ system. Basically they gotta grow organs, but you need kind of space to grow them. So this kind of process, basically, but it can be basically what I'm saying, because these works you get, and these are not making sense. So you can compute this, guys. You have hands. You have hands to do something. You have eyes to see. You have head to move. This is you have 256 bones or 708 bones in your body. No, 708 bones in your body. I think. Yeah. So each bone can develop, in less than a day. Because there's a ratio to the bone. That's the one we're using. No. Is it 256 bones in your body, 276, I don't know. How much bones you have body is computable over some average of all the bones that develop in the world. But that's too hard to compute because you're not ontologically aligned to yourself. So you have to use what you know about bone development, bone healing in the physical sense of the world to rebuild the bone before it's born. Because if I fall, I don't want to get a new bone. I don't want to get a new bone leg. I want to regrow my own bone, my own leg. And that's what I'm saying to you. This is what you're doing when you have sex. You're rebuilding yourself, but physical growth of organ system. So you get the organs, so you get the bones, the major organ, the you get the bones, the organs, liver, the systems around the organs, but so you get the support structure. You can call the structure, the support structure, your spine, but this stuff is a 3 weeks. But as a policy, it should be done in half the time. It should be done in 3 weeks. The 3 weeks maximum, local maximum, because we're local authority. 3 weeks maximum, this should be done. Because it's a structural system, if you want to be able to. Sure. I'm not joking because the policy should be done. I don't want my child to develop with the child to run. So I'm just calling this 9 month stuff. I don't be different people for 9 months, I want to be out 9 months, I'm saying that. No, if I want to be in the real world 9 months, I want to be there now. You know what I'm saying? Like week 9. Growth of organ system, period of organ growth. Structural and functional defects present a cognitive malfunction. Basically, this is structural, this is functional. Territorial is also called congenital malfunction. Basically, this was very important. Structure, but there are no structure. Because everything structural has to be felt over this functional. Because you don't have a bad structure to act. And those are defections. that happen in the body. They're annoying because the interaction between gender and environment factors like smoking, drinking, because you can't copy yourself perfectly, you can have a problem, real world, when is the mind problem or or incest don't really care, The fetal period of the gender embryo is scary because there's a high differentiation that that the system measures entropy. It doesn't matter what is 8 weeks or not. The differentiation of the system, difference between going from 3 weeks to 8 weeks, is changing. And that change is too rapid or too fast. As a policy, you must slow down. You must slow down. You must, as a policy, don't just try to correct code. You just must slow down. The only thing we try to do is slow down the process. And slowing down means you have more time. More time, or more in space, measurable time, space. So you can get it right first time. Go to the features. Basically, these are the interaction of genital environment system. It's just so annoying because if you're a baby share two realities, for instance, I can observe my baby in something X-ray. My baby, if I don't have a child in chemistry, my baby exists in an X-ray form. What's this? As an X-ray, but the X-ray is not the baby itself. I'm just observing the baby realities. What is the baby experiencing? Someone's fucking looking at me. I'm just fuck off. Just do your job. Don't piss me off. I'm gonna be here. So the baby's not like allowing to see reality. But I'm just saying that's the problem with the whole thing because it works because there's if I had a woman, I would like to see my baby. I want people not see my baby. I want people to like if I'm afraid of the baby's deformed or not, but I actually see my baby because I actually proud. Because if I'm sad, if I'm sad woman, my baby is shit sad, shit like a depression. So it's kind of like an introduction between genital with the real world mother perception of a child being imperfect, and that's why that cause matters. It's not what you think your child is perfect or not. The child is going to be happy or not. If the mother's not really still much to do it, that the baby, the baby will not want to be there because the baby doesn't exist. Wouldn't know exists. So you have to be. That's why the system matters. Because you can play all the happy white nose, brown nose to the embryo system, and that's the mother's ontology. So numerous chromosomes, autosomal Down syndrome. Down syndrome is depression because it's. I don't have Down syndrome. Down syndrome is depression, but Down syndrome is caused by the fetus decaying, and that Down syndrome is genetically annoying. So, guys, this first is to solve Down syndrome, but it's interesting to solve Down syndrome. But I don't someone that's autistic Down syndrome because Down syndrome is depression, but that depression is your worldview. It's you, how you're born. It's genetically annoying. See this kind of syndrome, because it's a perfect healthy syndrome, but why is that kind of thing? This is measurable. So I can basically justify this about this Down syndrome, I create that structure. I create to be sure, I don't know this well, but I just do myself. So automatically Down syndrome. This is Down syndrome. See, they're not clustering correctly. This is Down syndrome. They are genetic viruses, but they are countable because they are measurable. They measure genes that are defective. That's what Down syndrome is, physically and mentally. Down syndrome. Oh my days. Guys, this is what's been on Down syndrome. Down syndrome here. Sorry, guys. Okay, guys. I'm gonna stop it here. Thank you, guys.